Check, check. Well lads, what's the crack? Welcome back to the channel, yeah? So there's a stout that I was unaware that was available on tap. Up until now, I thought it was Guinness, Murphy's, Beamish, and the new one, Island's Edge. I thought that's a lot, what the fuck? I thought that's all you could get on tap, apart from the odd kind of random craft stout in the back arse of nowhere. I thought that's all we had to offer. But I was wrong. O'Hara's Stout, which is actually, the funny thing is, like, now that I've done this video and I go into, I'm seeing these O'Hara signs all around pubs. Like, O'Hara's was a little craft brewery, I think from Carlow. They make, like, I know they make a stout that comes in a bottle. It was one of my many awful, boring, pandemic fucking videos where I was just trying to keep making videos to keep the channel taking over with my 500 subs. You know who you are. But turns out O'Hara's is available on tap. So I said, if it's on tap, I have to give it a go. Giving the other four a fair shake on the channel. So it's only fair to give O'Hara's its time in the sunshine. Let's see how it does. And of course, these videos would not be possible. Oh, here he goes with the sponsor. Keeping the roof over my head here at Guru HQ, lads. Big shout out to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. They've been keeping the lights on here for a fucking yonks now. And something very exciting has just launched from Manscaped. Bosch, the Weed Whacker. Bosch Digifocus 2.0. Look at that beauty. It feels stronger and more compact than the last one. Got the bin below me here. Does it work? Oh, that is close up. Look at that. There's a lot in there. High quality YouTube content, this. So that's the Weed Whacker 2.0, available now. If you want more of a full package, you want the Lawnmower 4.0, the Weed Whacker, the Crop Preserver, the Crop Reviver, free pair of boxers, all comes in the beautiful man bag known as the Shed. Go for the Ultimate Performance Package 4.0. Just go to manscaped.com, use my code POINTS20, 20% off, plus free shipping. Thank you, Manscaped, for your ongoing support. On to the video, O'Hara's. Show me what you got, O'Hara's. Right lads, so I asked on Instagram, where can I get a pint of this O'Hara Stout? All roads led to Mulligan's. There we go. That's a cool glass.
Yeah, the stained glass are nice. That's the whole thing.
Wouldn't often see stout out of that. Instead of 2-part pour now.
Ah, yes, it is. Ah, it's 2-part.
Yeah.
It always has been.
Would it be popular?
It's okay. Well, I mean, the thing is, we're doing 60, 70 Guinness a week, so everything else is kind of second to it, you know. But yeah, it ticks over nicely. It died of death. Most craft beers died of death.
Am I recording you?
No. Most craft beers died of death at Christmas because people want to drink what they know they can get drunk on. You know, Smitty's, Heineken, Carlsberg, whatever.
And in the order of this, obviously Guinness, I presume, is first, but what would you say Guinness most popular?
Oh yeah, Guinness first. Beamish now. Beamish sells very well.
Does it, yeah?
Yeah, I'm surprised actually how well it goes. And then this one would be the third one. It's kind of like tourists and people just want to try a stout and something different, whatever, you know. It's not a sessionable stout.
Okay.
You know, because there's so much flavour and stuff going on, you wouldn't be having
more like a roasted flavour.
Yeah, you wouldn't be having a load of them. You know, that's the thing. So whereas Beamish and Guinness, it's, you know, you're 5 or 6 pints or the gallon. I
was down in Cork recently. I find the Beamish is very smoky now. I would rather drink the Murphy's myself.
Yeah, I was half thinking of getting Murphy's in. I wanted to say to Heineken rep to get this out because I mean Heineken they own Murphy's and they own Beamish.
Yeah.
So why did they bring out? I know, but why did they bring out another stout? I've no idea. Well, I mean Murphy's be trying to
push it to the young people, but it just hasn't worked.
That's another day's work out right there. Young people. It's probably a little bit high because I haven't had a draw on it for sure.
Sure, listen. Perfect, thanks boss.
Yeah, no hassle.
What's that going for?
No, it's $6.20, so it's the same as the stout.
I'll pay for it. Give me your receipt.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's it.
Right lads, O'Hara's Irish Stout. Thank God they had it here. I'm gonna get straight in. The head is borderline big, but looks pretty good to me. He said they don't pour that much of it, so that's not too surprising. Sláinte. So the barman described it as, basically summed it up perfectly. He said it's not a sessionable pint. It's not like Guinness or Now, he said Beamish was sessionable. I would argue Beamish is the type of thing you'd have one or two, and then probably go on to Guinness or Murphy's or something a bit easier to drink. Yeah, this is, if I drank this 3 years ago, I would have absolutely hated it. But now the fact that I have developed such a fantastic palate, my arse. But I do think, probably because I've gotten a bit older as well, the palate is definitely open to more things, if you know what I mean. So it is quite strong, very much a lot of flavours going on. I don't even know how to describe it. But I do like the glass, I have to say. You could initially say the state of that. It's kind of like a beer Moretti glass, but I don't think I've ever had a stout out of a glass like that. Here we go, talking about notes. Definitely getting a bit of chocolate off it. Not definitely, it doesn't have that sort of, it's not like Beamish where it's really, really smoky. Yeah, quite a chocolatey one. I don't know if it's heavy or if it's not heavy. It's not bad, like that. I could definitely have, not sessionable, I could definitely have 2 of them and then probably go on to something a bit lighter. But it's not bad, like you have to give every stout a chance, you know what I mean? And not every stout, but every stout that's gonna be behind the bar, I think it's got to get a fair shot. I've done, obviously, Guinness on this channel. I've done Island's Edge, which he said they're not selling any of. They have Beamish here. The only one they don't have is Murphy's, but obviously you get Murphy's in a lot of places. But I honestly think this might be one of the only pubs in Dublin where you can get O'Hara's, because I put it up on Instagram and a couple of people said, Doyle's beside Trinity, I rang them up. Hello, no, we don't have a stout. We literally just replaced it today with a pale ale or something, probably for the summer. So yeah, it's a good temperature, and the glass is cool. Like, it's definitely going to stand tall over like a Guinness. Like this, I feel like this could be a little bit shorter. It's quite long. No, I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan, but I'd say I'm a fan. I could drink a couple, but like I said, only because the palate has matured. Price was $6.20. I'm not sure how much. I'll ask him how much is the Guinness in here. And you think that like a beer Moretti or something is probably over €7, fucking €8, God knows where. This pub, for people, like, I've been to this pub a good few times on this channel. Barman was saying there's a lot of people coming in here asking for a Kilkenny, and he was like, we didn't even, there was this big onslaught of people wanting Kilkenny after your video. His words, not mine. He said we only had 3 glasses and they were robbed after about the first week. We've all been, you've had to put your hand up, we're all guilty. We've all robbed a feckin' pint glass from a pub in our life. If you say you haven't, you're probably shy crack. Yeah, very heavily flavoured. Couldn't probably drink more than 2 of them. This is the type of thing that if I was going for a meal around Temple Bar, some FX Buckley, something like that, you'd want a few bob going there. But I'd come here, I'd have 1 or 2 of these, and then get into a feed, or you're going out to a show or something like that. But you wouldn't, as the barman said, you wouldn't sit here and drink 10 of these. But I very much, for 1 pint, 30-year-old man that I am, I've enjoyed it. So I feel like that is the final box ticked in terms of Irish stouts available in pubs in Ireland. There's probably the odd random place that has some random craft stout, but for me, I think that's the holy 5 Guinness. Not some holy, some not so holy. Guinness, Beamish, Murphy's are like the OGs. Island's Edge came in recently. I presume O'Hara's is around longer than Island's Edge, probably around a few years. Very different to a Guinness, but I am somewhat of a fan. Little swill. I don't know how, like, you're hardly going to hold it like that, like a fucking wine glass. It is just like a massive wine glass. Somebody to drink it, the pinky, yeah? I mean, that was a creamy one. If anywhere's going to pour it well, it's going to be here. Mulligan's, decent shtick. So, like, if you're talking scores are just so... I mean, the scoring system is for Guinness. And when it's not a Guinness, I just think likelihood to drink another. The likelihood is 9 out of 10 that I would drink another, but 1 out of 10 that I would drink a third, if that makes any sense. So I have to emphasize one more time, if I tried this back in the lockdown days, I probably did try the bottle of it, but I always hate the bottles of stout because they're like fizzy, they're not creamy, they're like carbonated, that's a better word. But even if I tried the pint of this, like I said 3 years ago, probably wouldn't have been mad about it. But I'm a man now, I'm grown up, I'm 30 years of age. and 30, flirty and thriving, and I quite enjoyed that. I'd have 2 of them, go off for a bit of steak, and I would have no more, because it's not a sessionable stout, but it's a tasty one to have 1 or 2.